the hell is the rotation button? Okay, now if I turn auto rotation back off, then the stupid screen rotates again, but it's supposed to, I don't know, it's supposed to have a button to rotate it in the app, even when the screen auto rotation is off. What the heck? Why can't this just work? It's supposed to be in horizontal mode. But when I turn off auto rotation, it, what the hell? Give me the stupid button that, and now it's stuck in like vertical mode even when I turn it this way. I don't know what's happening. I don't want it to auto-rotate. Whatever. I just want stuff to work. I don't care about all these stupid glitches. Whoever invented glitches in these apps, they should be fired. Alright, how did I do this before? Did I have that clipped to this, maybe? Like that? I go around under through here. There, that seems all right. Yeah.
Hi. Get my email?
All right, seems like I'm live now.
Well, no, actually, it's funny. He said she might not recognize the name, but later on I got it in from yeah, it's her. Yeah, that's her. I think I know. Yeah.
No, I don't want a preview of my stream video. I already got that. I saw it. It's fine. I just want chat. microphone should be on. I should be able to hear me. Okay, yeah, I don't need that. I don't want it to even be loading the audio, even if I have it muted. All right, anyway, I'm on the dashboard on the other device. Zip up the backpack. Unlock. Get off of there. All right, whatever, that's good enough. Actually, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Helmet on. Actually, I'm gonna listen to the stream back for a moment. Okay, well, I can hear myself. Yep. And it sounds plenty loud. All right, and I've got my charger cable here. All right, which device needs to be plugged in first? Probably this one. And I can switch them pretty easily. wish that this could go around here tighter. Let me go like this. I'm going to disconnect the mic for a moment. Yeah. Tie that in there a little closer. Alright, everything is tight. Should be all set to go. Alright, I'm departing from the bike lock thing, bike stand. Alright, I can rotate my wheel, and the cable has enough slack so I can rotate with it. I think I'm set to go. Oh, yeah, one last thing. I need to turn on my tracker to follow where I'm going. Okay, I've got the tracker going. I'm going to switch back to the Twitch app. Alright, I have Wi-Fi off, hotspot is on, Twitch is going. I tried to stream on YouTube again, tried to dual stream, but Streamlabs once again had an issue, even on this other device I'm using. But it seems like it's going alright with Twitch on its own this time. And yeah, hopefully the microphone audio is good. I've got the whole setup this time. Last time I did a little test stream on Monday. And yeah, I rewatched that. The mobile signal was kind of spotty and it interrupted the stream once. But other than that, it seemed to go alright. Alright, I'm going into the big loop here, gonna go down the hill. Across the bridge. Bump here. Another bump there. And the rest should be pretty smooth. And I get on the trail right here. There's a nice bike path along the street here, along the river, heading down towards the lake. And it's a little bit uphill for a short distance, and then it goes back downhill. I've ridden along this several times now, kind of planning out the route for when I do these live streams. It's a pretty nice trail. The weather, I thought it was going to be colder and cloudier on Monday, but it ended up being pretty nice and warm on Monday. Today it's still fairly warm, but it's quite overcast. Only a few little gaps of blue sky. But oh well, as long as it's not cold and raining, then it's fine. There's some bumps along this path here. Little electrical utility access panels and things like that. But in theory, other than the YouTube Streamlabs not working, like it literally created the stream page on YouTube on my channel, and it said like standing by, waiting to go live. And I tried it like 3 times, and it kept saying failed to start YouTube live stream, and then it gave me like some error thing saying too many attempts, and then it just wouldn't work at all. So I said to hell with it, I'm just gonna do it through the old reliable Twitch app, and then I can repost the stream over onto YouTube after, if it's any good. I think I need to get my bike chain and derailleur looked at, because it's been a little clunky and grindy recently. I'm not sure why. I wish they'd smooth out the edges of these access panels. I don't know why they have to have such big creases. Oh, here's my gears shifting again. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that recently. Let me see if I can pull on something to make it work better. That made a difference. I'm still trying to grab another gear. Alright, that seems fine for now. Well, if there is anybody here watching, let me know how the audio and video are. I can actually read chat this time because I have two devices. The screen isn't too jittery with the auto rotate being on. I don't know how I can turn that off and still have the thing in horizontal mode. Every time I would turn it off, it would switch to vertical mode, and the little button to rotate the screen in the app for streaming wouldn't appear. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I think all these apps are being influenced by TikTok too much. And all these Zoomer kids walk around with their phones in vertical mode. Their parents never taught them how to turn their phone sideways. Kids these days, they don't know how to hold a phone horizontally. What a shame. And the apps just gotta cater to them. Street. Tighten this other mount. That screen, it's kind of oh yeah, it's real shaky. That doesn't make it tighter. There we go, that should be better. Yeah, feels better. And this one over here seems very stable. Let's do another test chat. Yep, 26 minutes. And that's what it says over on the other screen too, so I think that's alright. Alright, now we're going to head down into the city. There is a another trail access behind me that I went down last time, but that one kind of goes up further north, so I went on that last time and that brought me up to the north end of that trail, up to the causeway where I was last time, where I started the stream last time. But I'm going to get on kind of in the middle of the trail and head south this time. If I keep following these streets on the right, it should bring me right down there. Alright, so far so good. Everything seems pretty smooth. My chain seems to be staying on. I think I can straight through here once it turns green. This street is definitely not made for cycling with all these potholes and patchwork. Seems like a nice neighborhood for cars though, or pedestrians. As long as the cars don't hit too big of a pothole, and the pedestrians don't twist their ankle in one. But yeah, this should be a more direct route than the way I went last time, just to get down to the trail, down to the lake. Then head south from there. Well, on my test stream on Monday, there were some people that came in the chat after just a few minutes, which, that was surprising. Should have been surprising. Or just more surprising today that there's nobody yet. I'm not too surprised either way, but I just don't know if Wednesday afternoon people are busier than on a Monday afternoon. What this car is doing, changing parking spots. Back into me. straight street I see on the map should bring me down to the lake. I'm really curious how this microphone is going to be sounding. I mean, I've used it successfully on live streams before. I used this microphone when I was at the Long Island Retro Game Expo a couple of years ago. I was just walking around. I don't have like a wind cover filtering on it. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too extreme. I'm going to stop and check the map real quick here, just to be sure that I don't need to turn at this intersection. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I am heading kind of north west. So I should be able to cut down to the trail right up here. Alright, I'm going to stay on this view for a little while. Cross the street up here in a little ways. Across this wide avenue. And somewhere right up here should be an access point for the trail. I think it's just left right here. There's an old car. Let's see. What do we got going on back here? Looks like something. It might just be like a footpath or something. Yeah, I mean, if this is it, this looks pretty, pretty rugged. I don't know. I don't know if I should take my bike down through there. I mean, it's a pretty short distance, but it might be kind of steep. Maybe I should go down this way. Yeah, I'm going to turn around and go back down the next left. Don't want to get stranded in the boondocks. I'll just stay over on the left side of the street. It's just a short distance. I could probably take the map screen off and even show it on the video, but make sure that this is, in fact, the street that I want to turn onto, and that it does, in fact, have an outlet. It's Killarney Drive. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can see it that well on there. But this is where I need to go down. This is down towards the lake. There's a lake. So I was trying to go down there, but that's all weeds and bushes. So I'm going to go down this street. Actually, no, it's not this street. This does go to a dead end, it looks like, or stairs or something. It's the next one. Little Eagle Bay Road. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to go down on that street. I don't know how well you could see it. The camera preview is very dim for me. Okay, next left. Excuse me. Coming up on your left. I'm just taking the next left up here. Alright, is this Little Eagle? Little Eagle. Alright, let's see. It says private property, but it says also that there's to go all the way down to the trail. Should be okay. Yep, so there's a little curve here. long as it doesn't have a dead end, then I should have access right down there. Well, I can see the lake. Hopefully it's not like stairs or a steep walkway or something. I see these yellow arrows here. I don't know where they're pointing to, but I'm following them. Oh, okay, yeah, here's the trail right there. And I remember crossing this. Down to somewhere around there. So, connecting to chat. Alright, should be all set. Okay, well it said the stream cut out there for a moment again in that same place. The rocky area that goes underneath that little bridge. But hopefully the camera is more stable this time and it's not quite as shaky. It's kind of nice now that the sun is covered by the clouds a bit, so it's not beating down on me. I don't have to squint my eyes, I can look around just fine. Frost heaves there. That street goes down past underneath the trail. Oh, and then there's a little access point here that I could go down. Seems like it looks like a little park beside the lake. hands off the handles, sitting up straight, giving my back a rest. Temperature and humidity are kind of perfect right now. If I had to guess, it's probably 22 degrees Celsius, and I don't know, it's like, it feels half humid to me, whatever that calculates to. 50% humidity, I don't know, 75%, it's not too much. Hopefully there for that little interruption, it was brief enough that it just went to the standby screen with the not like this hands on head emote. The like blue and purple screen. And then it just resumed the stream without actually interrupting the VOD. I can see the jetties in the lake over here to the right. Park here. Stream cut out again for some reason there. I don't know why. I'm literally like coming into the city now. I see it on the other screen and I keep giving it this. It signifies that it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. I figured Burlington would have a lot better mobile network infrastructure than that. Yeah, I think my chain and gears just need some cleaning and lubrication because they're just a little bit squeaky. I will do this little loop by the dock real quick. This is where I ended my stream last year. Well, also right up here is where I ended the stream on Monday. But I can just do this little loop. Why not? Stream says that I have 5G right now. 5G with 4 out of 5 bars. And the stupid thing keeps disconnecting. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome to the chat room messages all repeating over here. Let's do an uptime just to verify that the stream hasn't actually been interrupted. Oh, I did uptime and I'm getting no response. Oh, there we go. 57 minutes. All right. For whatever reason, it's just a little slow here. But yeah, you can see the mountains over here, over in New York, the Adirondacks on the other side of the lake, and then there's the port of Burlington. And off to the north side, you can see where the land goes off over here. And then the causeway I was on last time is up there, heading off to the islands. Alright, I'm going to continue. Hopefully these weird signal interruptions stop. Boat tours you can do here, stuff like that. I've never been on a boat tour out of here. I've been on boats, like little short launch cruises on Lake Magog. Side of this, but I don't think I've ever done it off of Lake Champlain. Although I have a memory of doing one as a kid in some lake somewhere, but I think it was in New Hampshire, but there's a chance it might have been Lake Champlain. Trail continues here. I wish that this thing would like give me an audio when the signal stops, or like give me some other kind of pop-up. There's some way to notify me that there's an issue. Right over here is where I filled in my water bottle. Local Motion Bike Shop. Continue down. I do have some actual places down here I want to check out, so once I get down there I'll end the stream and continue with my business. Some academic related things I need to check out. Yeah, there's a little park loop over here. I remember, I think I went out here last year. views of the harbor. Pretty peaceful and serene out here today. I remember it being quite windy last time. Ends of the pavement right there, and it just turns into this well-trodden grass, dirt path. Makes sense there. I do remember the rest of this trail here along through the city and south of the city being quite nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing it again. This time earlier in the year. It's still kind of late summer, not quite autumn, although there are already some plants like this yellow tree thing right here already starting to change colors. That's more due to lack of rain lately than to temperature or shorter daylight hours. The last time I was out here was early October, so a bit later in the year. Some geese out there on the marshes. Trying to make sure it's rotated a little bit in that direction. Although I don't want it to be going up against this other screen over here. I can see it in the corner of the preview. Let me tilt it back like that. Here's this little wooden bridge, I remember. There's a nice view. I passed this guy earlier, but maybe it was when I was off to the side on that grassy hill. And if it is the same guy, then right now he's thinking, hey, didn't that guy on the bike pass me earlier? The guy with the two phones strapped to its handlebars in the big backpack. Caution, turtle crossing is what that sign said. Yeah, you don't want to pick a fight with a snapping turtle and have it come out and pop your tires with its beak. Ears are doing that grinding thing again. Oh, it's like the shifter is like getting stuck at a point halfway between one gear and another. So the derailleur is kind of like just barely rubbing up against it, and then eventually it grabs. There's like one specific gear that I can't really use very well right now. It's like a middle gear. But it's not a big deal right now. I'll bring it into a bike shop and have a professional take a look at it and diagnose the problem. But yeah, I definitely hear a lot of squeaking now, more than I would usually hear. Yep, I remember this part with the fence overgrown with vines. And then up here, as I turn to the right, goes into a like neighborhood area. The bike trail kind of joins with a side street for a little bit. Different lakeside park than the one I visited back in May in Toronto, or Port Dalhousie rather, before I went to Toronto the day after. I didn't do any live stream when I was there. Just got some photos and posted about it online. But that town had a lot of dead-end streets like this right along the lake. So this right here reminds me a lot of that. Same type of thing. Except there's a lot more birds here. Look at all those geese down there. And also the view here has a lot more mountains and land on the other side because Port Dalhousie is on Lake Ontario, and you can barely see a thin strip of land with a city skyline on the other side, much further away. It's a wider lake. I'm looking over here where I was just, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago. Over there by the harbor and that big metal building. And over here is those jetties I was talking about. Yeah, I guess most lakeside towns and cities would have little dead-end streets like this, where the grid meets the water. Alright, nice little detour. If I go back straight here, this will loop me back around the lakeside park. I don't know what's going on with my gears. Like they're not like grinding, like damaging or anything. It's like constantly shifting from one to another. It's kind of funny actually. It's kind of obnoxiously funny. You know what really grinds my gears? When my freaking gears grind. The bike trail goes back this way. Yep. I remember this. And there's like another little park area down here if I remember right. That's actually a little green strips there on either end of the bridge so that the bike tires don't slide out. Very thoughtful and practical. I like that. There's a view of a beach. Seems like a beach that used to be swimmable, but it's a little dirty. Muddy, swampy. Well, I don't see any more welcome to the chat room messages popping up, and the stream is still live, so I'm going to assume that the signal is getting better as I go further south. Yep, I remember this park. And pretty soon here I'm going to be coming up on the furthest south point on this trail where I started last time. Well, actually I think I started on the streets, but then I went down to the trail and I got on at this park, went south for a little bit, and then looped around and started going back north. And then my battery was dying around the time I got to that harbor boat tour area. Ooh, we got poison ivy along the side here. But they also have poison ivy do not touch signs right in front of them, so it's okay. As long as people can read. take a look here. There's a little pavilion, picnic area. Take a look at the map. See where I am relative to the places I want to go. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm pretty much at the south end of the trail now, almost. So I'll continue back around here. There's something down there. It's like a volleyball court. But I don't know if it's if there's a cycling path that way. So I'll continue back this way. Yeah, when I'm just like pedaling backwards, I can hear my chain just like squeaking. But if I just poured some lubrication oil on that and pedaled it around a few times, that squeak would go right away. Big old oak tree. There's a red squirrel jumping through the grass. So as the trail continues this way, although I wonder what's over here. This back street, where does that go? Dunder Road. That's a dead end road, it looks like. Alright, I'm going to continue this way. Not saying to keep going back that way, but I want to see what's over this way. It says there's a park. back down here. Red rock. Am I going to see a big red rock? And that's why they call this place that? Somebody's doing some carpentry. I can smell some nice clean cut wood. What is this? Is this the road or is this just a little driveway? I think it's just a driveway. Oh, this is all uphill. I hope not. My gears killed me. Alright, here's the loop I saw on the map. I don't know where that other path went. Oh, I was off to the left. Yeah, it says there should be a park with some trails up here. I was just saying we just stay in its lowest gear and cooperate. Stream is still on, it looks like. Alright, well, the map says there's a trail right here somewhere. Oh, is that the red rock? Looks more like a brownish burgundy to me, but I'll accept it. Yeah, on here it shows a bunch of trails. Supposedly right there. Oh, my brightness is all the way up. But yeah, if you can see, it says there's supposed to be a bunch of things right there. That's the normal flat north at the top view. Yeah, Red Rocks Park. Maybe if I continue over here past the Red Rock, it will turn into a trail, but I don't think it's a graded bike trail, really. Oh, I'll at least walk it up there. Yeah, it looks kind of red when you get close to it. Got all this moss on it. And it looks like there might be a path that's walkable through here. Yeah, this is definitely not a bike path. But it said that there was like a little intersection on the trail here. That supposedly turns down and connects back to some streets. Or maybe that was right back there. I didn't really see a path to the left. Like it was down the hill. Hang on. I'm gonna lean my bike right here. I'll take a look. You should still be able to hear me, actually. Walk between trees and bushes to physically get through there. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a trail. A trail is something defined. I'm gonna have to carry my bike through here. Hey there. Is there a trail that's at all navigable down that way towards the streets?
I don't.
The hill there.
Yeah.
I saw the namesake Red Rock.
Yeah.
But it says that it goes like... Here, I'll show you.
I mean, there's the whole park trail system. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it says that it goes back down to the streets over here. I just came up that way.
Yeah. So right here.
That says it's going back out that way. I'm trying to go, I think, that way.
Oh, well, there is a trail through the woods here, but it's not as traveled.
Okay. The one back there that it claims is on here looks like it hasn't been traveled in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you can figure it out.
Well, yeah, I know I can go back out that way, but
Yeah.
I'm feeling adventurous today.
Okay.
So...
Well, good luck carrying the bike.
Yeah, it was all, nice lakeside trail all the way down to here, but then I saw, the trails here are marked the same way as this whole lakeside trail on there, so they should distinguish the two.
Yes.
They should have one be like footprints, if it's a walking trail.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of just a dotted line. Alright, well, I'll find my way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Alright. I mean, it's all red rocks through here, so I guess it is accurate. Yeah, it says if I go down this way, let's put north at the top. Okay. I mean, it is like a nice walking park. Okay. All right. Let's see how far I can go without getting my bike completely stuck. There's a little bit of a drop here. Don't just carry the bike down. And I see like bricks and stones that look like they were cut, so it looks like this might have been a maintained trail of some kind at some point. Maybe they're not bricks, maybe they're just cut pieces of the red rock again. And they are indeed looking more and more red the more I see them. And there's just a big tree here. But at this point, this at least looks like a mountain biking trail. Stream is still on. It was probably very bumpy, but okay, let's see. And that's this part of the trail now. So I should be able to keep going straight through here. Oh, and I see it goes back up again. Okay. Ooh. I don't know. It's looking pretty steep here. Let's see. One step at a time. One red rock at a time. Okay. Now I'm here. I should be able to go down this way. That should bring me to something that's actually marked as a street of some kind, not a trail. So it should definitely be navigable by bike. I mean, hey, technically, right here where I'm standing right now, I mean, you could say it's some kind of paved. It is solid turf. I didn't have my bike with me. I just had my camera stream handle carrier thing that I used in New York last year. This would be a nice, like, on-foot hiking stream. There's a big old dead pine tree there. Alright, let's see. Do I continue straight here? I think so. And it curves down to the left. Alright, go through the bushes here. Hopefully no spider webs and stuff like that. I don't see any more poison ivy, so that's nice. But I also don't see any poison ivy warning signs. Alright, what I see now is a bunch of trees laying across what seems to be the intended path of the trail. Is there another way around? I saw what seemed to be another path over here. Oh, here we go. Here's something. Some kind of a makeshift footpath that somebody made. And here's a crevice. Let's go through here. I wasn't planning to go off through the weeds this much today, but yet here I am. There we go. Those trees couldn't stop me. And then the trail just gets even more and more ambiguous the further down I go. But I should be getting closer to this supposed street. Oh, I think I see it here. It's like a dirt road. Here we go. Go down through here. And look at that. Now I'm back on navigable terrain, or terrain that's intended to be navigable. I think I just navigated some terrain that was not intended to be navigable by more than just a person on 2 feet with a backpack. No bike. Alright, let me take off my helmet for a moment, because I could feel myself breaking through some cobwebs. Get a drink of water. Gotta stay hydrated out here on these adventures. And there's a person with a dog over there that walks by. And there's the exit of the trail right there. I'm going to go around here and just see what's this way real quick. And if the trail turns into anything more rugged again, I'll just simply turn around. Also squirrels and chipmunks out here, scurrying through the underbrush. Yep. So I successfully navigated the Red Rocks Trail. So here's another red rock. It's a red boulder right there. Okay, and it seems like this loops back up around to where I was a little bit ago. Yeah, it is interesting rock formations here. This is all kind of like a little corner peninsula that sticks out into the lake. I guess that's why these rocks are here. The lake, probably glaciers, tried to erode them, but because there's such prominent rocks, this part remained and stayed above the water. At least that's what my inner amateur geologist would say, but I don't know. Alright, let's head back down. It is going to be a nice refreshing on the way down, at least for me. Not so much for my brakes, I imagine. There's a trail that goes off this way. This goes back towards, well, let's see, let me show the stream again. So I'm right here. I just came through all of that, and I just went up there and back down to here. So going straight goes back here towards that hill I climbed with all the houses around there. But I can either take this street right here that's right next to me, or I can go down here and around. I might keep going straight here and around to there. Spontaneous navigation. It's only possible with a good map. It's weird that the signal is fine here when I'm literally in the woods, but when I was like on the north end of town coming into the city, it was like all choppy. But I don't know, maybe it wasn't just the infrastructure itself, maybe it was just like the landscape. There's a little culvert there with the rocks and stuff. Although I'm surrounded by rocks here, but maybe the rocks aren't between me and the cell towers anymore, but they were before. That's my best guess. These rocks around me are on the other side. Okay. Somebody needs to come out here with a chainsaw. Other than that, though, this trail seems quite navigable. Got over that log. Okay. Yep. Says I should go back along this way. And this should bring me to a proper street with a, like, trailhead parking lot and all of that type of stuff. And people are going to see me come out of there with my not off-road road bike. And they're going to be like, what the heck is this guy doing? He navigated red rock trails on that thing? He's either insane or omnipotent, or maybe both. We do have a bike trail parking spot here. A place to park your bike before going onto the trail. Attention dog walkers. Don't forget to leave your dog out in the forest. I mean, that came out backwards. Don't forget to, how would I say that? Like, don't forget your dog out in the forest. Not, don't forget to leave your dog. That sounds like the intended goal is to leave your dog out in the forest. Don't forget to leave your dog in the forest where it belongs. Okay. Let's see if I go down here. Oh, this is all roads dead end. I'll just take a little loop. I'm not going to go down this hill here, but that is a hill that goes down somewhere into a neighborhood. Alright, I guess I'm heading back up on the streets now.
I know. Good to see you again. Take care now.
That's the place where I got dropped off last time at the bus. Not the bus station, it's like the bus headquarters where they keep the buses when they're not running, is up here. And what happened last time is I had my bike with me on the bus and the bus broke down. They had to wait for the next bus to come and pick up all the people that were on that bus. But the bike rack was full, so my bike had to stay on the broken down bus until it got brought back to that place. Yeah, I think it might be up here along this street. So I had to wait there for like a half hour, 45 minutes for my bike on that bus to arrive. And then I was able to continue on with my plans for the day. It was a bit frustrating. Right, the Burton Snowboards facility is somewhere around here. If I see that, oh yeah, here it is, Burton. Right over there. So yeah, this is that street. Oh yeah, and there's the buses. It's like the bus garage. That's where they work on the buses. They can continue to chug and plunk along on the roads, sounding like they're falling apart. Yep, right there off to the left, where I had to go that time. But I'll keep going straight here, well, slight right and then straight. what's back here? That's the railroad path back there. It's the next left. I turned too quickly. Let's let these cars go. Yeah, see where that cyclist is coming from. Come on, shift it down. Stupid pedal keeps getting caught when I'm turning sharp. Alright. Here we go. Why do they have a bike path marker in the road, but then they have a totally separate path up here? That doesn't make any sense. That's just extra confusing for everybody. This isn't just a sidewalk, it's not just for pedestrians. Okay, well, I made it out of the forest unscathed. Little cul-de-sac there with access to the trail. I wish they had more stuff like this on my side of the state. The undeveloped the Northeast Kingdom. Alright, let's see, where am I going from here? There's the world's tallest filing cabinet. Right there. One of the local odd attractions of Burlington. Yeah, I guess just continue straight across here. Hands off the bars. Nice cool breeze while I cruise. This is what all the uphill cycling pays off for. Level, but it's fine. Then you just gotta put a little bit of pressure on the pedals to keep accelerating. sense for this part of the town. I'm going to head back off to the left here. Bridge up here. And yeah, now I'm back by the lakeside. So I think I'm going to end the stream here. It's a nice view. Okay. So yeah. Here I am. Let's see, what was the final uptime on here? So this device stayed charged. Let's see, what did the other one get down to? 27%. Not bad. I guess I can switch the battery cable over to that one. But, yeah, let's see. I don't know if that's visible on there. Or if it's backwards. It might be backwards. Let's show it on here. That's how far I went. 20 kilometers. All right, well, yeah, this is 2 hours, 1 minute. On the stream view, it says 2 hours, 2 minutes. So yeah, that's a good 2-hour stream. All right, well, I'm gonna end it here. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back soon. Streaming either here again, somewhere else in the city, or along a different trail. But yeah, nice view along the lake there. Pretty good day. Wasn't too sunny, but still good weather for it. Alright, that's it for now. I'm gonna disconnect the microphone and put all this stuff back in my backpack, and then I gotta visit a few places here and then go back to the bus station to head home afterward. Alright, bye for now.